Hello, and welcome to another episode of How Did You Get There? A show where we like to be critical of thoughts, ideas, opinions, and beliefs, and not necessarily those who hold them.
These opinions, critiques that we share are ours, and they don't necessarily belong to anyone else, so do not hold anyone else accountable for the things we say. Just us, not Jess FM, Jess TV. People that look like Jess, people named Jess, or anyone else. Thank you.
It's just usually, that's actually a pretty good habit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine to be critical of the things that they say, and don't be critical of the person. So if you think that someone has slighted you, don't worry about the person that did it. Take a look at what they said. There's probably a reason they said it, and they may be misinformed. You don't have to crank on them.
Yeah.
Just either like water off a duck's back.
Your understanding of the position is not your acceptance of it.
Yeah, I understand tariffs.
Yes.
Not typically a big fan.
No, yeah, good point. That's a really good case to be made right there. I get them. Yes.
I even understand some practical applications. Weaponized for diplomacy, not as much.
Not so much. No.
I mean, it's all diplomacy if it's all about the money. If diplomacy is about the money, then tariffs are about diplomacy.
Ooh, yeah. If power is money and time is money, does that mean time is also power? And power is also time.
But
money is power.
Money is fun.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. Time is money, money is power, so power must be time.
And time flies.
When you're
so power flies.
Power flies.
Power flies.
Power flies.
Assemble.
That is the newest cartoon that you will be seeing on Saturdays. My bad.
Brought to you by humans.
Yes, and so that's kind of what I wanted to talk to everybody about today. Actually, I really do.
Look, I made a two-wheeled self-propelled vehicle. Sorry, a Segway.
Which, like, the success of which relies on a $1.50 part from the Radio Shack,
which is out of business.
Yep, but yep. Such a simple thing.
Yay, tilt switch.
Yep, tilt switches. For like $1.50. But humans, we are, and I will posit, essentially special in that there aren't other animals exactly like us. However,
we're just animals.
I think
you're an animal.
I'm
not an animal.
I accept the naturalist proposition that humans are animals. I find myself wondering what else I would be if I were not. I can't logically separate human from animal. I can't logically do it. It seems irrational to do so.
Does that mean I have to take the John Merrick take on this? I am not an animal.
Free man. No, a free man.
Elephant man.
But that comes from our mistreatment of animals that aren't humans. As well as our mistreatment of fellow humans.
The mistreatment of non-humans and those we deem non-human.
Yes.
And honestly, my biggest beef in all of this is the deeming of non-humanness, which really means we ought to be kind of clear on what we mean by what is a human.
And a lot of what we talk about here are things that some people might think are unique to humans, but I find
humans talk to each other.
Humans have morality.
Yeah.
But those are things we do talk about.
Yeah.
Right? We had our own very little discussion on language, and its definition did not include humans. It included utterances and inscriptions, not because of inscriptions.
Yeah.
Our perceived superiority, cards on the table. I am speciesist. I will look out for humans probably first over all other animals.
Oh, biological tendencies.
Yeah, but I'm even being aware, right? It's the same. To be aware of my bias does not insulate me necessarily. It just helps me perceive. I am against the current actions of the ICE agents in Minneapolis.
The one where Agent A says gun, Agent B takes gun from suspect.
I would go
Agent B.
Previous shooting.
Agent A tackles the guy. Agent B accidentally discharges the weapon that he has removed.
Yep.
Agent A shoots guy in the back. I think that's how that went.
It is a crazy concern when you have an open carry law and avail yourself of that. Such things might happen.
I believe that the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, said it best when he said, criminals are the ones who are carrying guns.
That's not a bad choice of words. They're not.
But, yeah.
Yep. However, right? So when I watch, say, a video about a poet in her car being shot, before I even watch this video, knowing that the shooter was an ICE agent, I had this huge bias. Where did the ICE agent go wrong is what I'm looking for now when I watch this video. I ought not to. And so now I'm able to, because I'm identifying that is what I'm going to do when I watch it, I might pay closer attention to the other parties in the video. But that's just my thing, my bias towards it. It's the same when I discuss humans and other animals. I tend to look at the humans as actually the ICE agents in these situations, because we're the ones that are supposed to be the trained in the ethics and trained in the morality and have some sort of, wherever you think it might have come from, internal instinct for the preservation of life.
I took a dog for a walk today.
Yes.
I restrained it.
Ooh.
I bound its feet.
Little slippers?
Little slippers. Little booties.
Little booties.
Wearing with and
yeah, you didn't take a Malamute for a walk. You
Hmm.
took a tiny dog for a walk.
Well, no, I took
mid-sized dog for a walk.
I took a teenager lab for a walk.
Good sized dog.
Yeah, but you get snow in I restrained the dog so the dog wouldn't do things like run into traffic because I have a duty of care.
Do we see this? This is what happens with unrestrained dogs.
Oh, you got by an unrestrained dog.
I got headbutted by an unrestrained dog. The dog managed to de-restrain itself quite instantly and easily, actually.
Oh my!
Yep, it just slipped its leash and came bounding at me. It was like a fun little dog would, but it was a good-sized dog. And I was game. I was not scared of this dog. I don't understand necessarily dog motivations. It is a different kind of animal than I am, so I'm not fully comfortable with how it thinks. But it was doing most of the friendly dog things that I'm used to, that I've had great experience
friendly
with.
Dogs.
Yes. It had another friend there that it kept trying to ward off from me and then bounded over to me. I would give it a stern knee to the chest every time it tried to jump up to me. However, my knee was not quick enough on every occasion.
Yeah.
I then helped the dog owner restrain their pet so they could releash their pet. I ensured that pet was secure to the leash, and then they carried on their way. They were kind of apologetic, and I said, "Oh no, don't worry, it's not the dog's fault."
Oh, if I learned anything from Mother, it's how to be truly and honestly and earnestly passive-aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a problem for the dog. The dog did nothing wrong in this scenario.
The dog did what the dog does.
As far as I know, dogs, right? Like maybe the dog was being uncharacteristically friendly or mean, or it had ill intent and thought, I'm going to give this guy a little mouse under his eye. No. Like, it's just like, it's just a thing that happened.
Right. Well, so humans, like if I had a small child, I would also.
I don't leash my children. I hold their hand.
Which is almost, you restrain them.
I
I
definitely
am not
restrain them.
necessarily opposed to the leash thing. Like, I am opposed to it. Like, it's not a thing for me.
Right. But ethically, I don't think it's a terrible
No,
choice.
I think in some regards it's a better choice.
It beats just not regarding your child.
Ignoring your child pretty
This
long
is where
term.
we could have. Normally, we have Sean, and he would give us a yeah already, and we could show you a video clip of a very rich person walking away from his child, and that child just looking stunned and amazed, standing on the staircase, going, "Where did my dad go?" So if that kid was on a leash, it would not be feeling so lost at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Nor would the dad.
One of the things that people often say that is a unique trait to humans, which I don't think it is curiosity.
Yeah, we started that last night a little bit, and I backed off right away as soon as I said the words. I was like, maybe curiosity. No, pretty much every animal is curious. Can I eat this?
Yep.
And most
some animals will sniff it and go, eh. Some will taste it and go, "Wah."
But they don't. Not all animals do this.
Yeah.
Right. Not all animals. The advancement from our position of the things we have are just different examples of a same feature in many or all other animals.
Yeah. And I started doing it. I started going down that rabbit hole of is it curiosity? Is it big brainedness? Is it complex communication? Is it problem solving? Is it all? And what is clothing? What is?
I think clothing was the only one, but even then,
and we're getting there.
Other animals
clothe themselves. They
shield themselves from their environments.
Right.
With, I guess, but manufacturing other things manufactured.
Right. And as I was looking at it, it comes to the point where it really probably isn't any one thing that sets us apart. It is the interplay of maybe a dozen of these features, right? Big brain
help,
but other things have big brain.
Yes,
like that solve problem, that do all the thinky
significantly
things.
Smaller brains, like
with smaller brains.
The corvids are alarmingly good problem solvers.
Yep, octopus,
amazing
problem solvers, and they wear clothes.
Yes,
well, they'll cover themselves in rocks to protect themselves,
but it's
so we'll call that wearing clothes.
I put on sweaters to keep the cold off.
Right.
I wore armor so that my other animals wouldn't kill me.
Right.
Like body armor, still a thing.
So complex communication.
Mm-hmm.
Corvids, complex communication. Tool manipulation.
Generational.
Training. Generational.
Like if you
octopus,
piss off,
same.
Dolphins,
same.
The hereditary learning is a bonus feature for any animal, I think. So that new ground, it isn't always new ground, right? Yeah, it's a lot easier to plow the field that's already been plowed.
Yeah. Social structures. Pretty much most animals have social structures.
Yes, even the ones we call social loners definitely still start like a tiger versus a lion, right? A lion is a social creature. Well, there's still a social structure. In the tigers, they are not social creatures.
I don't think that clams have social structure.
There might be a clam hierarchy, and none of us have found it yet.
Right. They also don't have central nervous system.
True.
Yay, vegan meat.
Vegan meat. No, if it can feel pain, no.
We don't know.
We don't know. So then, no.
So just because we don't know means we should not?
I feel that is most often prudent.
Wait, so if I don't know a thing for reasonably certain, I was going to say for sure, but
yeah, no.
If I don't know a thing for reasonably certain, I ought not to play with that notion?
Not so much the notion.
So how do we find...
You shouldn't act on the unknown. You should explore the unknown.
So how do we find out if clams experience pain without
making a clam experience
making
pain?
a clam potentially experience pain.
Like, how did we find out there's a vacuum in outer space
Oh,
without
we just
firing people into outer space?
animals.
Sure, we did fire a variety of animals into outer space,
And some humans.
but I was counting them as part among the variety.
Yeah.
But
there are other ways to do that. Like there are things that you could do to illustrate a vacuum on Earth.
So we couldn't.
So then you just, without doing the mechanical part, just elevate the thing, and you could see the same effect as if you'd created a vacuum.
But
Right.
then you would just have to test it on what?
A balloon.
A balloon. I guess if I poke the balloon and the balloon pops, I shouldn't auto poke anything, because the balloon test failed.
That is not what I'm saying.
No, I know, but it's the
Straw
same,
man.
but it's the same sort of. We're not using a good amalgam. The reason that we practice suturing on pig skin,
Right,
is
but
that it
but
most emulates.
but verifying a vacuum,
true, it's pretty easy to do.
we can do that, and we can do that with a variety of inert substances.
True, we could drop an orange in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
And then
does
it would
an
be more-
orange feel pain.
Yeah. Yes. The tree leaks when you cut it.
If you pluck my fruit, do I not bleed?
Exactly. I mean, a little
Poetry. Do corvids do poetry?
bit. Well, so I mean, art probably other animals do. And I would be remiss to like omit and or include. I feel that you hand an elephant a paintbrush and it makes unique paintings every time, and not just by arbitrary brushstrokes, but deliberate choice.
If you hand me a paintbrush, I will make different paintings every time because I am crap at it.
But so exactly, so that's sort of the thing. Like, are they in that instance? They either are really doing the art still, or really just no, they're just doing a human thing, right? Which is no more or less animal thing, but we perceive it maybe as art because they're emulating the human version of art, as opposed to being a Bowery bird and making these amazing nests with decorations and like feng shui. Like there are turtles.
Feng shui.
Yeah, there's like turtles in the back, and they've got stuff in the front, and art. It's art. Like you could look at it and go, "Oh, that makes me feel a way."
Yeah.
Art evokes an emotion. Good art evokes the emotion the artist intended. Just as a working thing while we're diving into the art of animals.
Yeah.
Were you attracted to that nest? Yes. Then Bowery bird success. Good art. You have more.
Well, so I let
you
I let
you
the
had a look.
DuckDuckGo search assistant give me some things. And so it's advanced cognitive abilities. Humans possess large brains relative to body size, which allows for advanced cognitive skills. So that is us saying we're advanced because we say we're advanced.
Many of the features we point out about ourselves are because we find them in ourselves.
Right. And then we define what that is and then go, well, obviously.
And our version of it is
no
the
true
best.
Scotsman.
Exactly right. Exactly. That is where we're living in this situation. We're on the same page, surprisingly.
Yeah. So
if we think animals are animals, and then we all just have differences in the things that make us animals, but not specifically.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to find a very only human animal thing writing, and even that's just language.
Yeah.
No. And animals have many animals have language.
Now, if you were to, give bees like paint on their feet,
I feel like there's a punchline.
Well, and it feels like a setup, doesn't it? When they do their little bee dances, what patterns are inscribed by their movements?
Oh,
Hey, science.
I just came up with like a different variant of the exact same thing, though.
Okay.
I am painting with my pheromones the trail that you need to follow.
Yep.
And it's a very specific trail, and each paint stroke that I make in that pheromone trail gives you a warning as to what's coming next.
Yeah. So you are writing.
I'm writing
with smells.
Yes.
Yeah.
But physically, I mean, you have to like the unguent has to go on the ground or the twig or whatever.
Yeah. You want to follow? You want the ants to follow your trail?
You have inscribed.
You are drawing the trail.
Yep.
Come do the thing.
Yeah.
Right. And when dogs go out and pee along a route,
yes, so they can find their way back home.
Yep. They are writing.
Yes.
It is transient, but they are writing.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's a mark.
I mean, because we when we discussed it, it started as utterances and inscriptions, but really it's screeches and scribbles.
Screeches and scribbles. Yep.
Right? Like before we agreed on the meanings of the words, a solid yell would at least alert folks.
Yep.
Right.
So complex communication. Right. Explained. Let me say, it was explained as humans have developed sophisticated language allowing for intricate communication. Again, these words are not very well defined. Of course, this is also an AI summary, so this ability to share knowledge and ideas is unique and essential for cultural development. That's not social.
No,
cultural.
So culture does seem like what you were hinting at before, the interplay of some of these things. The curiosity to explore the idea.
The big brain to
come up with...
Think it through and come up with...
To just imagine the thing rather than just doing the thing to see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, man. Everybody says, I wish humans could time travel. Well, we can. In our mind. We can progress forward from this point and envision.
We're good at modeling
the future. We model the future.
Animals model things. I submit that these models are essentially proto-science because you are creating an adaptive model to survive.
What happens if I punch mom in the head?
You might not survive. But
you try it once and mom barely hits you and you go,
that was a
bad idea.
Yeah.
What happens if I go charging across the street while I'm on a leash? Yoink! Oh, that was uncomfortable. Maybe next time when they say heel, I will stay by.
Yeah. I mean, but it's...
And if it was a dog, same thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, other animals. I mean, I don't even really... I kind of do. I want to weigh in other hominidae?
Sure.
The other apes.
Homidiae.
Yes. Homidia? You take ointment for that. Yeah. But I mean the other apes. A fun trivia for me is orangutan. So if you are the people that call them that, you are the oran because you're the people. And orangutan is the jungle people.
Ah.
Yeah. It means man jungle, but that's just syntax difference.
Oh man!
And they make medicine and use ointments. Do orangutans?
Ointments or unguents?
Yes. Depends how they work it or extract it.
Oh, I like the way they work it. No diggity.
There you
go. Social structures we covered.
Many animals.
Right. Cooperation and social learning are key to human success, as enabling the sharing of knowledge across generations, but we're not unique at doing that.
No. We have, I feel, the writing part really helps with this. Like it exceeds, it allows us for multi-general knowledge. Like I can look up what some guy 2,000 years ago probably said.
Possibly you can do that. Yeah. Well, and so when the scribbles are made permanent, right? The scribbles capture the essence of the squawks.
Yep.
So that I can reconstruct squawks either out loud or in my head. So I look at pictures to recreate pictures.
Yes.
We are very vision oriented. A surprising number of things on this planet are vision oriented. Like, and I hadn't really, stopped to think of that. How many things on this planet have eyes?
I mean, by population,
all of them, like proportionally.
I don't know.
There's a lot of
animal-wise, yeah. Animal-wise, yeah. I was gonna say because there's probably 1 million ants for every human.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even count the termites.
If you get through all the insects, most of the insects have eyes.
Yes.
And right away, that means that most of the things on the planet, most of the animals.
Animals. I was going to say because virus don't, and there's a lot of those.
Yes, viruses don't. Plants don't.
Particularly. Potatoes.
Yeah, but we just call them that.
We just call them that, and goodness knows why.
Yeah. So, I mean, the cognitive abilities, complex communication, and social structures. There are a few other species that have all three of those.
We have a very preferred human version of those things, and we like to pat ourselves on the back for them, though.
Yeah. So one of the things that makes me on the artificial general intelligence side, I don't believe at this point that we have AGI that does, or any kind of AI, artificial intelligence, that has social structures.
I agree.
I actually don't think that we have artificial intelligence that engages in complex communication.
I agree.
It's pattern predicting, which is cool,
and an important part that almost all animals can do.
Which is technically an advanced cognitive ability. Virus do not plan ahead as near as we can tell.
No, it does not seem they have a
they do not
desire.
They don't have
motivation.
They don't appear to have anything that could have the capacity to do the thing.
Yeah, they seem to lack the nervous system.
But we have embodied our artificial intelligences with electronic circuitry and programming. Thanks, von Neumann. To engage in learning to match patterns. And I use learning kind of loosely, but basically training to... I think the difference is whether or not the reward model is extrinsic or intrinsic.
If you're learning or training.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm learning, I am choosing to do the thing. Yes, but my reward is my reward. If I'm being trained,
you are being rewarded for an action.
I'm being rewarded
when
if I do the thing that the trainer wants me to do.
Yeah. So like, hey, can you clean your room? I'll give you a cookie. Versus, I want to learn how to clean my room. Yeah.
Versus, oh, I cleaned my room and my life went better. I'm going to do that more often.
Yeah.
Right. It's my own personal reward. Right. So I think that unless and until we can embody that sort of difference between training and learning, like even when we do machine learning, we still set up what the target function is, what the rewards are. Rewards.
Yeah. I get that you're not giving your computer a cookie. Good job, computer.
No,
but you're creating a.
We're doing the math equivalent.
Yeah. Exactly.
When your system makes a correct guess, we say yes, that was correct, and we give it then we give it some other rules to say, okay, well, if it was correct, we're going to pass some of that information back to make it permanent, more permanent, and we're gonna forget to pass some of it back so that we don't get wired in too hard one way, and then we're gonna do some other, and we're gonna forget different things different times, even for the same inputs. Forgetting helps our machine learning work better. I mean, actually, forgetting helps humans work a lot better too.
I was gonna say, and often to our detriment, the things we are unwilling to unlearn can be obstacles.
Right. Yeah. So
to have a built-in feature that says you don't actually have to learn all of this and keep it forever. You have to learn all of this and just sort of have it there in case.
Have it there in a bucket where you could reconstruct the bits that you need.
Yeah.
Super handy.
Heuristics.
Yeah. And I think that length of memory probably has something to do with many of the successful aspects of humans. Is we have they say an elephant never forgets
Pain,
which might be true. And it's at least anecdotally true.
And humans typically don't forget pain.
Yeah, they may forget the quantity or quality of pain, but they will remember that there was pain.
Right? I have burnt myself. I would care not to do that again.
Right. Hey, we're halfway through.
Oh my gosh.
Already so soon. Hey, thanks for tuning in to How Did You Get There?
A show where we're critical of thoughts, ideas, opinions, and beliefs, especially our own, but not necessarily the people that hold them, because otherwise I'd beat myself up every day.
You mean you don't?
Yeah.
Today we're hammering on the idea that we think that humans are special. That we all us, that humans think humans are special?
Generally speaking, humans think humans are their own special thing.
That we're not
just a different version of the same thing.
Yeah. And so far the differentiators that we've come up against seem to overlap in some measure with we can find at least one other species of animal on the planet that does the thing that we do.
Many animals construct. Some animals construct sufficient to protect from to modify the environment around them.
Yep.
Like if you're in the center of the beehive,
we are the beaver.
Beaver, especially, they whole ecosystems change due to beaver, just like whole ecosystems seem to change due to human.
Yeah, and humans wrecked a whole bunch of great ecosystems, and also just completely destroyed some naturally occurring water management systems by hunting the beaver to extinction and continuing to prevent beavers from building dams.
Yep.
Because that's real good for preserving water.
Like forests are really good at retaining water.
Yes, and also good at keeping dirt from coming down the sides of mountains.
Yes,
lots of things like that. So again, with some of the things we're talking about, we're bipedal. I mean, technically, corvids are bipedal.
Yep, all birds pretty much.
Most birds are bipedal.
Yep.
I don't know of any that aren't.
In the terms of locomotion, still quite a few birds.
Yeah.
What other bipedal?
I mean, they fly. They just use different. They just use their front legs for that.
Yep. We just use our front legs for writing things.
Yeah, for
holding stuff.
Right. Right. We also have manual dexterity. The presence of opposable thumbs.
Not unique to
But
humans.
It's not unique to us. And it's crucial for creating tools and engaging in complex tasks. Well, yes, but we're not the only ones that can do that.
Macaques make tools. They don't just use a thing as a tool.
Yeah.
They chisel stone cutting implements.
I was laughing. I thought that Gary Larson finally got his moment in the sun. I saw a video of a cow that had picked up a broom in its mouth and was scratching its hindquarters with it. And I was immediately reminded of the Gary Larson Far Side one-panel cartoon, just simply labeled Cow Tools.
Yep. Yep.
I had never seen cows engage in
tool use.
Yes, I mean, technically rubbing up against a post is tool use, but this is like
deliberate choice of the
seeking
tool.
out a particular tool to do a particular task.
Rather than just, that's a fence post I'm used to, that's a tree, that's a barn door, that's a whatever.
That is a
this
thing.
thing here will do this thing back there.
Right? And I was astonished.
No kidding.
Right?
I am the blown away. And cows be dumb in my mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently creative enough.
Yep. Yeah. So the last things that this particular AI has offered me in the summary of what makes humans special is
Jerry Lewis.
and-
All of Jerry's kids are special.
environmental influence.
I apparently jumped the shark.
You did.
Yeah.
Hey. Did you know that that he doesn't actually know how to ride a motorcycle?
I could believe that.
Yeah.
He does look like he loves fishing near Albany.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw interviews. He was terrified.
I bet. I bet.
So humans have dramatically altered their environments through industrialization and urbanization.
Ah. I mean,
so that is
what a
the
thing to
biggest
be-
display of our environmental influence.
Yeah, I guess.
What makes us human is we are terrible.
like we have the propensity. I think, but in our accumulation, and the thing that might make us human is the culmination of all of these things that we find parts or most of in other animals, but not specifically always the same other animals. Like, yes, other animals make a model. We can make a model, but it's a lot easier for us to share and explain those models with each other in terms of a problem-solving, problem-making situation, right? If I want to create a power plant that is almost carbon-friendly, environmentally savvy, nuclear power, I can do that. What I can also do with that, though, is flatten cities.
Yep.
Because I've chosen a different model for the use of radium. No one uses radium in the reactors, and just it's a thing.
Right?
Yeah. Thorium and uranium are very common in the reactors, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, the whole takeaway paragraph is these traits collectively contribute to what makes humans distinct from other animals. So if you've got all of these things, like you're bipedal, you have opposable thumbs, and you wreck the environment, and you create art, music, literature, and you make technological advancements, and you did I say bipedal?
Yep.
And you're highly social, and you cooperate and engage in social learning, and you have developed sophisticated languages, and have the ability to share that, and have big brains relative to your body size, which allow for advanced cognitive skills, and engage in problem solving and creativity. That might be enough to set you apart as being human as opposed to something else, because there aren't other things that have all of those things.
Yes.
And weirdly, bipedal is the one that cuts off one bunch.
Mm-hmm. And the thumb
thumb cuts off the rest.
And yet, I would argue that, I guess, main locomotion. No, most gorillas are bipedal.
Yep. But I mean, the 4-point assist. Technically, you should, when if you do it properly, you should be faster running on all fours than running on twos.
Yes.
Because at some point, if you're running on twos, you are not on the ground, you are slowing down. You're not pushing yourself forward, you are slowing down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there has to be a moment where all limbs don't touch the ground, otherwise you're not technically running. And it's so much easier to do if you only have two limbs that need to touch the ground.
Right, but
that's where we can run down a deer. Because we just keep a pace. It's a weird thing. This is one of the things that is not uniquely human, but definitely helped humans, is that we have endurance running. We don't have
sprint.
We don't have walk and sprint only, whereas deer has walk or sprint. So if they have bound, but you can chase down a deer by doing this, right? You will give it a heart attack, it will die. You get the deer. You just have to have the endurance to do that.
You are chased by one animal.
Yes,
if it touches you, you die.
Yeah. I will be chased by that salmon. I will be sitting on my couch.
Someone catches the salmon.
throws it at me. Ah, damn.
But just like
salmonella, it's a killer.
But just like the thought of being chased the world round by a snail,
Mm-hmm.
and it will eventually get you
If you stop.
if you stop. It doesn't say you're not going to get old.
No, true. If I just keep a walking pace in a circle, it will never get
You'll
me.
catch up to it.
I'll have to sleep sometime to let it.
Yeah.
I get these.
Do other animals use their cultural everything to engage in war?
Ants? Famously, ants. There is a huge war in between Mexico and California. Two very different colonies of ants, mega colonies of ants, are at war. There is a border that kind of moves back and forth. They are at war. It is over the food. The ants on one side belong to the ants of the other side, and some part or parcel. And no, but the land. It's all about the resources for the ants. It is a war.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not that.
But
Do the ants on one side say those ants over there aren't real ants?
Those aren't our ants. So it's not so much real ants, but they're not quite the best ants.
Because historically, humans have had
it's a lot easier to kill somebody else if you don't think that somebody else is just like you.
Yeah, they call it the othering.
Yes,
right?
Yes, we give them
the dehumanization of the enemy.
Also, we make them the worst parts of what we think we are, right? And anyone that is my enemy is going to have a severe rape tendency and a severe violence tendency and a gigantic penis, and is going to absolutely wreck all of the women in my society. So I must stop this. I don't want this. And that's part of the othering that happened early, especially.
Yep.
Is this very much, if they rape our women, then it's no longer our children. Which the Jews, by the way, had a really simple solution to. If you're born of a Jewish woman, you're Jewish. Doesn't matter who the father is.
How simple. How
It's brilliantly eloquent, and it definitely probably showed up during, like, after the first temple. This right around the same time we made a god that doesn't have a location and is accessible from wherever you are.
Oh,
yeah,
that's convenient. God got long distance.
yeah. He wasn't hooked up.
Can you hear me now?
He wasn't hooked up in the real estate game as hardcore after first temple.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still think he's got the Verizon problem.
I can't always hear him either. Him with a capital H.
So, capital H-Y-M-N? Hyman?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so I recall, because I was a child in the 70s, not specifically, but seeing movies about the war in Vietnam. And the dehumanization that was happening everywhere to help soldiers justify the killing of anyone not like them.
We as a result, we have seen the Star Wars will be my example. Now we know under the Stormtrooper helmet is someone, and I got super excited in like movie number whatever it is 7, but that went away really quickly. Where they grappled with there's someone under that helmet, and then they just. But the idea behind we blow up robots, the reason the Marvel Universe always has some big blue beamy of aliens, so that we can wipe them the hell out because they're not humans.
They're not us.
They're not
us.
Go. We can kill the others.
Yep.
No problems.
If they're killing humans, that's bad. If we kill them,
we're protecting
ourselves.
And Ender's Game is a little bit the next level of that.
Oh. Yep.
Because not only were they just protecting humans, but they eliminated the threat.
Yep. They trained somebody to outbrain the hive mind. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, outbrain the hive mind and also destroy the home planet. For those of you that didn't read the book and just watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's an uncomfortable moment. The trickery. So that is the thing I think humans might be better at than most animals.
But it's not exclusive to us.
No. But we can create things to be afraid of rather than just being afraid of the things that already exist.
Yeah, and I think that may just be a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we argue if we have, and I think
animals superstitious, I guess is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like we have posited that there are animals that are creative and animals that can future think about themselves
and make tools recognize themselves in a body of water
and find patterns.
Yep,
and seek explanations. It's not too far of a stretch to think that at some point they will suddenly discover the logical fallacy, or they will find the equivalent of God of the gaps. Like, I don't know what this is, but everything tells me that everything is caused by something. Therefore, there must be a something that causes this thing.
As a social creature, something that humans somehow or somewhere along the way allowed to happen is resource hoarding. There is a fairly famous example of this not being allowed in a chimpanzee tribe, where the chimpanzee leader started hoarding, like the women, the food. Other chimpanzees frog marched that thing out there, killed them, went back to their tribal, social, communal living. The queen bee, for all everybody's working, that queen bee isn't hoarding. People are giving.
Right.
It's not a commerce. It is an exchange, but it's not a commerce, right? It's just no different than I need to plant food if I want to eat food, if I want to live long enough to make babies. So the bees feed the queen because they want to live long enough to help make the babies. The genetic impulse to survive.
Yeah, so it's, and I see that as a thing that we do.
But I don't know. But do we tend to not frog march the hoarders out there and kill them?
No, because we have storytelling.
Yes. Yeah.
And we have
but our
machinations and planning, and we have planned to make stories to make hoarding okay.
Yeah, in spite of, say, stories like A Christmas Carol, but that actually is a more telling story, as, again, it required a supernatural event to get the hoarder to stop hoarding.
Adjusted for inflation, Bob Cratchit makes about twice as much
yes
than the equivalent job today.
Yes.
And he felt he was underpaid.
Actually, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Nope. He was thankful for the job.
Thank you for the job. You're paying me well. But boy, it'd be nice if I could throw another lump of coal on, sir.
Yep. Like, yeah,
nope.
Yes, I get paid well, but my work, like if I went to work and the furnace was never turned on, I still get the same pay.
But you'd be pretty crabby about it.
Yeah. I definitely would stop going. I bitched the day the furnace went out. Oh my God, you guys. It was winter.
It's not good. He's bad. He's bad.
It's not a question of not wanting to get cold. It is that I want to stay warm.
Yeah.
I know the difference. I can tolerate cold if I'm prepared. Sure. I want to be warm.
Yeah. Everybody says
other animals lay in the sun. Most mammals seek light.
Yep. I don't like being out in the cold. Everybody says, you just have to wear enough layers. And my answer will always be, my favorite layer to wear when it's cold is a house.
Yes.
With a buffer of air.
And if that is not permissible, is there a car? Some sort of vehicular conveyance that gives me a layer of air that I can heat up to put between me and the outside.
Right?
Are we the only animals that have put ourselves into captivity as such? Like, we could not. I love my Yellowknife as an example for many things. There's no way there would be a wild natural version of us without creating the environmental
habitat.
Without creating a habitat. We have to make a habitat in order for us to exist in some places. And then because these habitats seem to exude some sort of exceptional comfort, then the closer we come back away from the extreme habitats, the more whimsical our containments can be. So that's why we have extravagant beachfront properties, but typically we still only have like dense pack, fully insulated things up north. Although pretty sure the farther north is what inspired building the protections. We have caveman tents remains built out of the mammoth bones.
Yeah. Beavers make ponds.
Yes. So that they can have access to their water, but that is
for their safety.
It is for their safety,
for their
environmental protection.
So
that's two. There's got to be. I mean, any bird that makes a nest.
I was going to say any bird that makes a nest. I'm going to say,
especially like
swallows,
magpies too.
Magpies they
commandeer other nests.
Sparkly.
Yeah, but they know that the other corvids don't like them. So they make these like spikes that jut from the entrance out of their nest so they can just swoop into their nest and the other bird risks impalement so they can get away from the hawks and the falcons and the whatever. So they just find a good location and then just build an overhang with sticks. That's great big sharp pointy sticks for protection. Brilliant. Right. But it's I mean no different than
but it is crafting the environment.
Yeah.
They are still they're not at the point of crafting environment against seasonal change necessarily.
And I know curiosity we touched on, but about like exploration. Like, are the birds? I'm just trying to throw humanity a bone here. If the birds, say, black swan is a good example, but birds maybe not sitting here in North America. Is it just the availability of knowledge that lets this happen? Probably. But they're not sitting here thinking, man, as a blue jay, it gets pretty cold up here. And I could fly south, and I usually do, but this chunk is pretty okay. But if I went a little further north and I built a slightly bigger, thicker nest, I could probably make it through the winter there.
I don't know, but Canada geese didn't used to winter in Lethbridge.
No, but is that them wondering if they can make it?
We don't know.
No, I know. It's such a bizarre and
ants. I'm just going to go ants.
Ants always, every time. Ants rule the world. Do not kid yourselves, people. Well, there's a bunch of actually microorganisms that like outweigh and outnumber ants. But as a biomass, it's definitely not humans. Pretty much anything else but.
I am still terrified by, I think it was the Twilight Zone episode where the guy is studying the ants and the ants carry his wife away and they
study her.
And it's
the Sand Kings is another good one too.
That might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's like
Sand Kings is a good one. That's one they remade in the modern Twilight Zones.
Yeah.
The original was pretty good. 2 sandboxes and they built castles and yep. Very exciting, very cool. I was just trying to think of a thing. Like I would be foolish, I think, to think that other animals that look at the stars don't wonder what they are. Like Twinkle Twinkle might be universal.
Maybe.
Right, at least for things that can see it. Like your average mole, probably not considering what that thing in the sky is. At all, at anything in the sky, because it can't see them.
Yeah, too nearsighted.
Yep. Bats, just nearsighted.
Yep.
They can see, but blind as a bat is like, oh, here, have some glasses.
Yep. And maybe that's it. Something has happened that our eyes, which were developed for seeing underwater, and our brains, which have accommodated for not being underwater, have allowed us to see farther than other things can see. The fact that our eyes are located in the front of our head lets us see in a direction and do three-dimensional things with our brain. Not all the things on the planet can do that. There are some that can. Primates mostly.
Yeah. Primates be awesome. And just because we're just
Do halibut have three-dimensional vision? Because their one eye migrates up to the front?
Maybe. And they have like top head things like rays, right? Like where they're not necessarily seeing directly, but like it's a thing that we have to work against. Like the fact that when you look out here, you don't see your nose is just your brain tricking you that you don't see your nose.
Right up until you say that, and immediately you can see your nose in your peripheral vision, and then once you stop thinking about it, it goes away.
But that's like, so how much all of it is that way. We are just the processors of our senses.
Yep.
And as I think no thing that lives is an exception to. I think everything is just a process center for its sensing.
So we're kind of clear that humans are just like
a different kind of animal.
Different kind of animal that does enjoy so many features all together. Like how do we know? How do we know that a tiger is not a human?
Other than obvious descriptive terms, like I don't have a tail. It does. It isn't.
But you have a tailbone.
But I don't have a tail.
Right. So maybe one of the things that makes us human is we don't have a tail. But lots of things don't have a tail. And just because something has a tail doesn't make it a tiger.
True. Okay, then.
Right. So
it's a tiger. It's not a human because it doesn't just have only the 3 ear bones.
Sure,
that's a primate thing.
But then again, there's a whole bunch of things that aren't tigers that have a similar ear configuration.
Right. But at least we can figure out, like, if we're super hyper specific, and then we make these criteria about us only, then of course no other animal is going to hit those criteria, right? Like I think that's the case, right?
Right.
That we're
and
making.
If I have both my ears punctured, do I stop being human?
This is a case I've made. It is human. I got to be so careful. Yeah, I got to be so careful. It has been posited that one of the things that makes you a woman is having a child. Does this mean that those who, by the nature of their very own birth, cannot have children will never become a woman? Is that
You said the thing.
I think I was even safe in how I said it.
Yeah. And again, I'm never gonna attempt to answer that question. I mean, this is not the forum in which to attempt to answer that question.
Yeah.
But you know, what makes you a man?
I heard a good example, or I could reframe this easily, right? In the culture I live in, unless you have a tattoo, you are not a man.
Oh yeah.
Right? And that is just a cultural thing, that you are male, sure, whatever that means, but you will never be a man without the tattoo that says, I am a man. It has to be on you. I am a man.
I'm a man. Yes, I am. And I can't help but love you so.
But I think like that is the same restrictions that you're putting on by saying, do you have are you making a baby? Are you getting a tattoo? Right?
No, well, I mean, maybe one of the things that makes us human is we're worried about we have
superstition.
We have evolved to the point where we can have the luxury to care about other people's junk.
Or our use of the technology has freed up the time to give us the time to worry about other people's junk.
And that be luxury.
That is the luxury.
Right.
That might be the one thing we have. Or we've created for ourselves. So we've created luxury for pets. Pet spa.
Right. But pets don't create luxury for pets. I don't think. Like dogs don't create luxury for dogs, I don't think. Maybe they do.
Dogs are one of the
Do
few other
dolphins create
animals
luxury
that
for dolphins?
have the white part of their eyes.
Yep.
Because we breed for them.
Because we like that.
We like
It
that.
makes us less scared of them.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if I feel more human or less human after this discussion.
I am more human than human now.
All right. More human than human.
That was the initial premise for the show, so I had to call back to that.
So we're in the final minute, the dying seconds of the show. So I want to say thank you so much to Jess for putting us on here.
Again.
Thank you, listeners, watchers, viewers.
I like
whichever
viewers. Hello,
viewers.
gentle viewers.
Hello, gentle viewers. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in a fortnight with a something, I think.
Probably.
And I will remain Stephen.
I'll still be Jeff.
And a happy Robbie Burns Day to you.
Thank you all.
Cheers.